Hello everybody, this is Kiyoshi here and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be reviewing the FuRyu Jujutsu Kaisen Gojo Satoru Noodle Stopper Figure. So without further ado, let's get started. We'll start a review on the packaging as usual. Here we have the very standard packaging of the FuRyu line. Here's the Noodle Stopper Figure for Gojo Satoru. Here's a look of Satoru. A very standard artwork, very similar to the first wave, which is Itadori Yuji. Here's the other look, here's more, here's the top, here's the bottom. I do wish it come with this kind of base, but unfortunately it did not. It just the figure itself. But very standard look of the packaging. We'll move that away. And here we have the Gojo Satoru figure. First-hand impression, I think this is a great figure. I love it. And the figure itself, it's bigger than the Itadori Yuji figure from the first wave, just simply because this character is taller. He's the sensei. Other than that, it follows the same artwork and style as the Itadori Yuji figure. And I believe in the future, if they are releasing more Jujutsu Kaisen figures for the Noodle Stopper figures, it will follow very similar artworks and designs, which is cool. I love this kind of artwork. And here's a closer look of Gojo-san. Of course, we got the mask Gojo-san, which is cool, but I'm pretty sure they will probably release a unmasked head as well, a unmasked head version as well. I'm not sure if it's going to be in the same pose. Hopefully not, but I'm very sure because all the toy lines in Japan who are making the Gojo Satoru figures have came out with two designs of Satoru or Gojo-san, with mask and without mask. Sometimes you can remove the head and just swap the head. Sometimes they will have a separate figure for it. So I'm pretty sure FuRyu probably will follow that same step. Of course, it would be nice if it just come with the mask head and we can just swap the head. That would be perfect. You just need to buy one figure. You have both looks, but unfortunately this figure is just this Stat 2 figure come as it is. There's no other accessories, but still this figure is really cool. I like one thing I really like about this series is the glossiness of the costumes. Same thing as for the Itadori Yuji figure. This is something I really like. It makes this figure looks pretty cool. Usually I don't like something very glossy, very shiny in figures, because that would be very plasticky, but not with this figure, not with this line. I think the glossiness to the costumes, the dress, actually makes this figure look slightly better, you know. And in terms of head, I mean, it's covered, the eye is covered, so you can't really say this is off or anything. It's pretty spot on in terms of Gojo Satoru's look. Yep, Gojo Satoru, by the way, it's number 2, the second most popular anime characters in Japan right now. Itadori Yuji being the most popular. So both characters are super popular, so I'm very hyped about having this figure in hand. These figures, the Gojo figure comes in a UFO catcher. You basically have to play those claw machines to get this figure. And of course, you can pay for these figures. The figure was released last month, the end of last month, July 30th or 29th, something like that. And you can get it for around $18. That's how much I paid. $18 includes shipping and everything. But some of my friends got it for as low as $15, I think. Or of course, you can try your luck with the claw machine. You might get it with $10 or more. But the idea is it's around $15 to $20 within that range in Japan. And for the overseas, I really don't know how much this figure is gonna be. Just based on the Itadori Yuji figure, it's gonna be around $30, I think. And also, if you're buying it online, watch out for a lot of the fake figures or bootleg figures. I do notice the Gojo Satoru figure, there are a lot of the bootleg or fake figures out there in the market. They're selling it for like a pretty cheap, maybe $13, $14. They look very cheap, but those are fake figures, so watch out for it. If you see something ridiculously cheap, just be cautious about it. It's probably not real. It's not the real branded figure. But yeah, having this figure in hand, I think it's a really good figure, and I am a Gojo-san fan as well. But of course, I like Itadori Yuji more than Gojo-san. But Gojo-san is still one of my favorite characters from the Jujutsu Kaisen line, and I will give this figure probably a, I don't know, a 8.5 out of 10. I wouldn't give it a 9 just because if it comes with a swappable hand, a swappable head, that would be a 10 out of 10. But I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. I wouldn't say there's nothing wrong with this figure. This figure has a good weight to it. This character, it's great. Everything, the look, the pose, everything, I think it's great. It's very standard. You know, I wouldn't call it wow. Like having this figure in hand, it wouldn't wow me. So, but it is a good figure, and I do recommend it to any Jujutsu Kaisen fan. To have this figure in hand. Don't go with the ridiculous price, you know. Just judge yourself, judge your wallet, you know, how much you think it's worth it. I mean, of course, that's more important. And if you really want this figure and you found this figure at a much higher price, but you think it's worth it, go for it. But just letting you know, in Japan, it costs under $18. Just have that as a reference, you know, when you trying to buy these figures from overseas or elsewhere. Just give you some guidance. Again, this is a really good figure. I do recommend it to any Jujutsu Kaisen fans or anime fans in general. And this is the second figure from the Noodle Stopper line for the Jujutsu Kaisen. And I cannot wait for the third figure. I don't know what that figure gonna be, but when it does come out, I will definitely buy it and share with you guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye.